Hello, hope you're doing good. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to use Rsvpify. Rsvpify is a platform that will allow you to create an event and so much more. For example, if we should go over the different features, you'll be able to create an event registration, an online RSVP. You can also use it to sell virtual tickets. You can use it also for so many other features, as not only will you be able to create tickets, but you can also use it to automate. For example, you can send out email reminders and so on, and you can also use it for appointment scheduling. This platform is perfect for persons that are in business, whether it is a small business or mid-size. You can also use it for non-profit organization. You can also use it for your upcoming wedding or someone's wedding. You can also use it for church purposes and reunion. And the beautiful thing about it is you can get started for completely free. All you need to do is tap on Get Started for free. I'll be leaving a link in the description that you can use to sign up. Once you have tapped on that link, you'll be redirected to this page, and you could put in what is the event name. So for example, I'll just call it Test. Then after doing that, you can see the name must be at least 5 characters. So for example, let me type in wedding. Then after doing that, you'll tap on Continue to Next. Once on this page, you can put in the event start date. So let's say the event start date will be the 13th of November, and I'll select the time. So the time will be 10 a.m. and you can select when it would end. So I'll leave it at 4 p.m. Once you have done that, you're going to tap on Next, and this is where you'll put in the venue name or address, and I'm just going to tap on Skip for now. Once you have done that, you can pick a subdomain name. So let me pick a subdomain name real quick. Once the name is available, you'll see it pop up right there. So let me try this. You can see right there. Then you'll tap on Pick a Theme. After you have tapped on Pick a Theme, you'll be redirected to this page, and you can scroll down and you can select any one of these themes. You can see that there are numerous options that you can choose from. Once you have found one that you like, you'll tap on Select. After doing that, you'll go over to the left-hand menu option, and from here you can sign up using your email address or your Google account. Once you're signed up, you'll be redirected to your dashboard, and this is your Rsvpify dashboard, as you can see right here. So the first thing you can do, you can customize your event website. So you could tap on Event Website right here. After you have done that, you can make changes. So for example's sake, you can start changing the background picture by selecting the current background picture that is there. After selecting the current background picture, you could tap on the settings cog, then go over to the left-hand menu option, and from there you could tap on the trash can, and then you could tap on Add Image, and you could upload your own image. Also, by scrolling down, you can edit the title, so you could change the text if you want, and you can also change the font style. Once you're finished doing that, you can simply scroll down and you can see the different options, and you can tap on each text and you can start editing it. So you can see how the layout looks right there. And if we were to go over to the left hand column, you could tap right where you see the adventure begins. You could tap on the settings cog right here. After you have done that, you can go over to the left hand menu option, and from there you can edit the title. You can also scroll down and you can see different editing options right there. Once you're finished, you'll tap on Save to save the changes. And let's say you would like to add any elements. So let's say, for example, you like to show who's attending. You can simply tap on the plus right there to add that block. So you can see it has been added right there. See who's attending. And then if you would like to move it up, you can simply tap on it and you can drag and move it up, as you can see there. And if you would like to add anything else, for example, speakers, sponsors, or accommodations, or even a gift registry, you could do that by tapping on the plus beside gift registry. After you have done that, you can see that the gift registry has been added. So we'll remove one of them as they were already there. Then once it has been added, you can tap on the settings beside it. So let's do that. After you have tapped on the settings, you'll be redirected to this section right here. Once on this section, you could edit the different gift registries from the left hand menu option. So you could choose to add a store. For example, you could add Home Depot or any other store, and then you could tap right where you see the settings cog. After you have tapped where you see the settings cog, let's say you have a Macy's gift registry link, you could put in the gift registry link right there. So you could do that and then tap on save, and you could do the same thing for Amazon by tapping on the settings cog in line with Amazon. You're going to see a pop-up, and then you could put in your Amazon gift registry right there. It's as easy as that. Once you're finished editing your website, all you'll need to do now, you could tap on preview from the left hand menu option, and from there you'll be able to preview how it looks. So you can see how it looks right there. So it does look good. Then you can go back, and from here you could tap on publish for it to go live. Once you are on their paid plan, you will be able to publish it, as you can see right there. So you can see your current plan doesn't include this feature, so we'll leave it as is. So all we'll need to do now, we can go back to home. So we'll tap on the home page right there. After you have tapped on the home page, from there if you would like to create more events, you could do that. So you could tap on new event. You can also tap on my events right there, select wedding for example sake, and you'll be redirected to the dashboard. And if it is a case that you like to edit the form builder, you can tap on form builder from the left hand menu option. And this is your form right here that persons will receive to RSVP. So you can see how it looks. So not only will they be able to RSVP to tell you if they are attending, they can also choose their meal preferences. And also by scrolling down, you can add custom fields. So if it is a case that you would like to edit, for example, the meal preferences, you can tap on the settings cog. So you could tap on settings right there. After you have tapped on settings, you can go over to the left hand menu option. And if you would like to add a new option, you can tap on add new selection, or you could tap on the trash can to remove a certain selection. So you can do that if you want. Then you will tap on save. And you can also add different elements to the form, as you can see right here. So by scrolling down, you can add different elements. So you can see the cash donation option and so on. You can quickly add those if you want. And if we were to go back over to the left hand menu option and tap on event checklist once more, you can also see the invite list, which is optional. You could tap on that, and this is where you'll be able to add or import a list. So you could import your invitees right there, and you'll be able to send them an RSVP. And that's basically it when it comes onto this platform. If you found it helpful and informative and you'd like to use it, remember we have a link in the description that you can use to sign up. And thank you for watching this tutorial.